Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Imagine you are working with massive data set, let's say customer preferences or maybe social media or even satellite images or object detection or any of these algorithms, and you want to group, let's say, similar data points together and to uncover hidden patterns. But how do you know if the clusters or the groups you already created are meaningful? And are they well separated or let's say grouped, and are the buoyants in each cluster are similar to each other? So a clustering algorithm, let's say like key means or hierarchical clustering, let me just jump to the, let's say key mean or hierarchy clustering can help us to partition our data, but they don't guarantee a perfect result. So misplaced points or maybe poor defined clusters can lead to misleading insights. To avoid this, we need a way to evaluate the quality of our clusters. So, and this is what we will cover in this lesson. Let's see the clustering, the Silute score. This used to evaluate are your clustering algorithm is working well or not. So let me just jump to this document, and there are many. Let's see the three algorithms that can be used to or maybe to evaluate your cluster. Salute score, interior calculation, and also the clustering evaluation methods, some other methods. But today I'm trying to focus only on the first one. So how's the salute score working? Is try to measure the similarity between the points in the same cluster, in one cluster, and also the inter-cluster similarity between different clusters. So in this case, we will assure that our clusters are, let's see, working well. So let's assume this we have this data set here, small data set. I'm just giving it to make it more simple. And here you see, let's say we applied key means or hierarchical clustering that we into to group these points into two clusters, and finally we have these two clusters. For example, cluster one contains point 1.2.3, and the other cluster point 4.45.6. Now, the Silute, it's sometimes it's hard to pronounce this. Silute score, it's measure how similar a data point in its own cluster compared to other clusters. So the value of the output of this algorithm, it's between zero and between -1 and 1. So one indicate that point in is well clustered. So if you assign point to one cluster, for instance, this one here, and if it's one, that's solute score, so means this point is well clustered. And if it's zero, indicate the point is boundary in between two clusters. And if it's -1, it's randomly, it's wrong clustered. So let's see for each point in the data set. Let's see, for example, we have 6 data sets, and this data in this for each point we need to calculate the bi and b and a and divide by max a and b. What is a and b? A is the average distance of point A I to all other points in the same cluster. Let's say, for instance, as we said, this our cluster one. So the A, it's the distance of from B from B1 to B2 and B3, and the B, it's from the point in cluster one, for instance B1, to this 3 points in the cluster 2. So this is A and this is B. And let's say just go to the example here. For in the beginning, we need to calculate the A for each point in this in each cluster indeed. So let's see, we take the first cluster. Sorry. So as you can see, first cluster is B1, B2, B3. I will calculate the average distance from B1 to B3. So this is first calculate the distance from B1 to the B2 and B1 to the B3. You will have this result. Now we'll take the average. Because we have 2 points, we will divide by 2. And similarly, we need to also to calculate it for the B2 and B3 with the same steps here. So the distance from B2 to B1, B2 to B3. And for the B3, we will calculate B3 to B1 and B3 to B2. And taking also the average, we will get this result. Now we will do it for the cluster 2. And if you have many clusters, you will have repeat this several times. This is with this steps we calculate the A1, let's say average distance of point I. Now we will calculate B. So B, it means calculate the point to the other clusters, the distance to the other clusters. For instance, we have, let me just move this here, these two, just to see the points. So compute B, we will, for each point, we will start with B1 in the cluster 1 and calculate the distance against all points in the second cluster. So B1 against distance from B1 to B4, B1 to B5, B1 to B6. And after that, we will take the average because we have 3 points. It's divided by 3. And similarly, we will do it for B2, B3, B4. And B5, B6, of course. So this is, for instance, for the first cluster, and this is for the second cluster. Yeah, this should be moved here. Sorry. Let's see here. So this is the first cluster, and this is the second cluster. And now we will compute the S. The S is the similar, the score. We will divide, I mean, this minus B minus E. So we have here, for instance, for the first point, we have 2 multiplied by square 2, the square root of the 2, and this 7 multiplied by square root of 2. And you can see this is A and this is B. Then B minus this divided by the maximum value, it will be 5 divided by 7. And we will also do it for the other points in all clusters. Let's say we have 2 clusters. We'll see B2, B3, B2, B5. Now we will calculate the solute score by taking the average of all of these scores. It will start with the first point till the 6 points and divide by 2. And this is let's see the average value of the score. And taking the average, it will be 0.7. So now this score is close to 1. So it's indicate it's a point is points, let's say, are well clustered. This is, let's say, the let's say numerical example of how it's working. And if you can also, if you see now the Python code, so you can import, I'm just using the key means for clustering, and here you can see you can import the data, you can import the algorithm to calculate the performance from here, from metrics. And for instance, you can see we cluster the data, and here we calculate the score. And you can see if we just run this, you can see we have a 0.488, which is, I would say, it's not a good performance, but because we have only a few data. So that's it for today. And please, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and of course, if you have any question, please drop it down in the comment below. I will answer it, of course. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.